ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the CD Racoola Show. Today is a big day for us on the show as we enter the Upside Down to review Season 4 of Netflix's smash hit Stranger Things. This is my first review of the Stranger Things series, and I'm a little bit of a Stranger Thing myself. So I decided to go ahead and skip ahead. I said ahead too many times. I'm thinking about heads. To Season 4. There's lots and lots to talk about with this series, and with good reason. It's been an absolute hit, as we all know, with the general population. I will say that again, with the general population. I think that Stranger Things is able to appeal to a wide variety of age groups and people. The younger folk with some of the lovey-dovey teeny bopper stuff, and some of the older folk who are maybe newbies to horror and are maybe dipping their toe in for the first time. It also has an element of comedy, which some people like, and lots of people enjoy watching the show simply for the 80s nostalgia factor, which is high with the costumes, scenery, and hair, being as 80s as it gets in the town of Hawkins. It also has quite a bit of action for those action bros, and you know Netflix has to, of course, get those bozos involved somehow. So yes, Stranger Things has very wide appeal to the general population. I'm not talking about those of us that lurk in the shadows and are the hardcore horror fans. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Stranger Things isn't meant to be on par with The Exorcist, okay? Or even going with a recent TV show, American Horror Story. Now that's working class horror stuff. That I can really get behind, you know. I would consider Stranger Things to be kind of horror light. Just a sprinkle of horror, just a dash, that's all. If Stranger Things was a beer, it'd be a light beer. You kind of get a taste a little bit, but that's about it. Whereas if you are comparing the movie Pet Sematary, it'd be more of a hefty shot of your favorite whiskey straight to your dome. All that being said, it makes me sound like I hated Stranger Things, and that simply just isn't true. If you come in knowing that it isn't going to be The Conjuring or Hellraiser, then you can actually enjoy the series for what it is, you know. I do think that this Season 4 was the best season to date, and had some great horror elements that are going to bring the show a little bit more to the darker side, maybe, and drag it a little further into the shadows of being a true blue horror series with scares abound. One of the things that I really liked about Stranger Things is, of course, the cast. Great cast, that's for sure. No doubt about that. It had Robert Englund in it, for crying out loud. Doesn't get more iconic horror than him. Lots of good talent in there, and I'm not about to go over them all, because I just don't have the time. But I will go over my top 4 favorite cast members in order of my least favorite to my most favorite of my favorites. Did I say the word favorite enough for you yet? Without further ado, I really enjoyed the character Joyce Byers, played by Winona Ryder. She plays a kind of eccentric mom that also looks pretty darn good, and has a good will they or won't they relationship with Jim Harper or Jimmy Harper, whatever you want want to call him. That appeals to those of you that are interested in the love lives of the Stranger Things characters, and there's definitely some of you out there. I'm straight up just a huge Winona Ryder fan, though. It's hard to believe she's 50 years old. Did you know she was 50? She's aging like a vampire, I tell you. Very suspicious to me. Speaking of vampires, she was in one of my favorite vampire films of all time, the 1992 film Bram Stoker's Dracula, as well as Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, and Alien Resurrection. So Winona is no rookie when it comes to the horror genre. Speaking of Jim Hopper, I would consider him my third favorite character in the series. Jim is the local sheriff in Hawkins and is brought to life on screen by David Harbour. I forgot David Harbour actually played Hellboy in 2019. I didn't think he was a bad Hellboy, but I think he was a bit overshadowed, in my personal opinion, by Ron Perlman's portrayal of Hellboy. I did, however, really enjoy David Harbour in this film. He did a great job, and he was the perfect choice to play the role of Jim Hopper, in my opinion. He just seems kind of like a ticked-off alcoholic dad to me throughout the film. And I really liked his date night outfit that he wore when he got stood up by Joyce Byers in season 3. You guys remember that? Picture it here, but it's very Miami Vice to me. Moving on to my second favorite character, and I think this is an easy one, and I think this is most people's favorite, because he's just so darn cute. Dustin Henderson, played by Gaten Matarazzo. He kind of has found his way more and more to the forefront of the group of kids and even the adults in the series. And I like the way he has kind of, in his own quirky way, become its leader. Or at the very least, the brain of this Hawkins bunch. Now this leads me to my last and favorite character of this series, and you may think I'm going to say, what's-her-face, 11, but I'm going to say Murray Bauman. I don't think I'm alone in this opinion either. He's played by Brett Gelman, who's done mostly comedic work, but has done some work in the TV series Mr. Mercedes, based, of course, on the novel of the same name by none other than the master of horror, Stephen King. So Murray Bauman is a private investigative journalist who tells it how it is, as well as lives a fairly reclusive existence in a fortified warehouse of some kind, well outside of Hawkins, where he is all too happy to sit in his robe, listen to jazz, down vodka, practice karate, and apparently he can even speak Russian, as we learned. He's kind of, in a weird way, kind of a Renaissance man. It leads me to wonder, what else can this Superman do? I'm very happy to say he played a much bigger role in this season 4, while playing much smaller supportive roles in season 2. So hopefully in the coming seasons of Stranger Things, we will see him continue to play a big part in the Hawkins drama. I mentioned earlier in the show that this was in fact my favorite season of Stranger Things, and here's why. If you know old CD, then you'd know that I love the monsters and the creatures. I like there to be a main protagonist that is as evil as the day is long, and looks the part. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Chucky, ring any bells for you? Those franchises have monsters, and Stranger Things has Vecna. I really like the old school horror look of Vecna with the makeup and the masks. The way his tentacles around his neck were constantly in motion. Kind of reminded me of the tentacles around the neck, and I don't know if you guys will remember this, of the genie in the movie Wishmaster. I definitely will be at some point doing a review of Wishmaster in the near future, by the way. And, also, if you could feel free to comment down below on maybe a horror movie, or maybe two, that you think I should review. I can't promise I'll do it, but you're welcome to try, old CD. Now, let's get back to Vecna. I even like that name, derived from the Dungeons & Dragons Vecna. It just sounds epically scary. I think that the Vecna element, it took the series to kind of a darker place, and added a couple points to old CD's scarometer, whatever. The way Vecna would levitate the kids and crack their bones from the inside out was definitely a little different from the former seasons of Stranger Things, and I certainly hope that, in the future, they aren't afraid to go darker and darker with the seasons as the Hawkins kids grow up. I even like the origin story of Vecna and how he's now kind of set up to be the arch nemesis of Eleven. Should make for a good time in the future series. They even took a page out of old CD's advice book and didn't kill off the villain Vecna. Okay, good job. Leading him to escape back into the Upside Down to lick his wounds and scheme and plot on how he will destroy Eleven and her little band of Hawkins folk. All in all, though I spoke earlier on how I thought the show Stranger Things was horror light, I think that Season 4 definitely took a step in the right direction for me. And no doubt, like the rest of the world, old CD will 100% be back to get a peek at what evil and dastardly plot old Vecna has been cooking up for our heroes. In closing here, please like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to turn the world of horror upside down, as they say. Please feel free to join me next episode when we go all the way down to the bottom and review the film The Deep House. Oh no, not another water episode. Why do I do these things to myself? Oh well, till next time, my little blood bags. If you hear an old clock chiming and the world around you suddenly gets a little darker, you might be in the Upside Down, about to get your bones cracked from the inside out by Vecna. Or it might simply be time to get to watch. Oh, CD, that joke was the worst. Oh, man. You'll have to do better than that in the next episode. I'll try my worst, like I always do. Ta-ta, my human peasants.